All right, I'm recording.
is so unbelievably high. Well, cause like she's taking it for the cancer and stuff, and like freaking, she took two the other day, but like spread out that were the same doses of what she just took,
Yeah, that's what
and
that's how you're supposed to do it.
I know, but now that she took it at the same time, she's
Oh,
freaking out.
Oh my god.
But she didn't want me to hover or anything, so
she didn't want you to hover.
You hover?
well, I was trying to be
Like-
like comforting and help the situation.
Oh, I thought she was concerned that you would physically lift off the ground.
No.
She's that high. She's like, don't hover on me. don't.
It's fine.
Don't get
Exorcist
beamed
on
up
my
by
ass right
aliens.
now.
And I'm sure this is going to at some point. I'm talking about my mother for the audience, who has leukemia, and we're down with the sickness a little bit. We partake in that sticky icky.
Just say weed.
What?
Just say weed. You don't need to go crazy with it. You don't have to be like, who are you covering that
Go on a
for?
date with Mary Jane. Like some of that herbal essence.
Some of that purple haze.
Yeah, Purple Haze. There's a weed store called
With this sticky icky.
Okay, but to be fair, Jake gave me these ones. So
Well,
I'm not,
that seems right.
and it was my mistake. She shouldn't have taken it before I tried it. That is a fact that probably should have happened.
I did that one time. It was a cracker. It was literally a Ritz cracker, and like not a joke. It literally, well, it was a sandwich.
Okay, I was like,
Those Ritz cracker sandwiches, like
they're
those
doing
like.
wild shit with weed.
This was back when I was in high school, so this is like fucking almost 10 years ago at this point.
But for anyone who's worried, I have an ear out. I'm listening just to make sure she's laying down in bed and watching the Food Network.
Dude,
Just like,
Yep.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Matt, you're not far off.
Exactly. I
She's
took
got
that.
her dog.
I took
She's
mine
good.
during.
oh, yo, Johnny, she's watching the Food Network. That's dangerous. You don't want to have a high
she's
person
gonna
watching
ruin
anything
your
to do
food.
with food.
You're gonna have to go grocery shopping in like 5 minutes.
Damn. Well, hopefully I'll hear her if she gets up. Or
You just hear pots and pans just rummaging, just crinkling.
Just chips.
And then every now and then just the yeah.
Just a this is so good.
It spans the globe like a superhighway. It is called internet.
I do. Yes, every human being cleans up after they. Yes, Mark. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. This is probably the best podcast.
Look at this! Look at this shit!
Why I would love to fuck my sister on a Saturday morning.
What's the line between suicidal and just not really caring if you die? I'm gonna go
I'm not
ahead
saying-
and
I just
make
didn't- I
a
just don't think-
note to bleep that
I just didn't
out.
think that was.
Oh, I want to punch! I want to punch! I want to fucking punch!
Welcome to another episode of Internet Down. I'm your host, always, Matthew, and I'm here today with
Take it
my
from the
special
top
permanent
with
guest
with life this time.
with life.
Yes,
and
please.
energy.
That sounded like you wanted to kill yourself.
All right.
Well, funny about that.
Well, you bring that up.
Funny for you to mention.
Okay. Hey guys, welcome to Internet Down. I'm your host, Matt. As always, with me today are my special permanent guest. Maybe one of you guys. One of you say something.
Let me turn on my camera. Here we go. Happily Halloween, nerds. It's October.
That's Johnny.
I'm
And then
Johnny.
my co-host Mark.
I'm a wizard.
Bienvenido, bottoms.
Bienvenido, Power Bottoms.
Oh my
It's
God.
Halloween. It's
Glad you
October
understand
now.
that reference.
Diane Feinstein is dead.
It is October. Thank God. My favorite time of the year.
Dan Feinstein is dead.
Yes.
Thank God.
I'm
I don't know who that is, what she did. I just thought
Dang
it
you,
was
He's a
dang Heidenstein.
she's a
Right, that's-
90-year-old senator. She
Yeah.
has been in office for fucking like I don't know how. This is a great thing. Let's start with this. Let's find out how
I genuinely.
she's a part of our
No, I'm not.
gerontocracy.
Obviously, I'm not, well versed on this kind of stuff. If I remember correctly, she came into office in 1950. I was gonna say 1920, but I think that's when she was.
How many years was she in office? Born in 1933. So just after the Depression. She is wait, that just occurred to me. She's older than this World War II.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Older than World War II. She became a United States Canada from California from 1992 until her death in 2023. She served as the mayor of San Francisco since 1930, from 1978 to 1988. So she's been in office since like 1978, not 1788.
She's been around.
time
She's a
traveler.
vampire.
She's a fucking
Thomas Jefferson time trap.
no, dude. Like, and then there's that other dude, freaking who's the guy that keeps freezing? Not the president, the other guy.
Freezing.
I know he looks like Nelson the Turtle.
Nelson the Turtle.
I've never heard a more accurate statement.
Or not Nelson, but you know who I'm talking about. I forgot his
Franklin?
name. But Franklin, yeah.
Franklin the Turtle.
Yeah, he
Mitch
looks like Franklin
McConnell,
the
that's his
Turtle.
name.
Mitch McConnell.
That's
Yep.
his name.
Yeah, he looks like Franklin the Turtle.
You're not wrong, actually. He does kind of look like a turtle. I don't. It's October. I'm happy. I'm in my happy place for the next month. Antidepressants, who need you? I'm here. It's October. That's all the serotonin I need.
Dump him in the garbage right now. Do it right now.
I'll throw him in a lake. I've had this same witch's hat since Catch Movie started. Me and Jake have been wearing this hat every year, and I just keep. Huh?
Do you guys share
Yeah.
the hat?
I mean,
When
yeah.
you
Well,
let
we
you
got
and Jake wear that.
I mean, I wear it a lot, and then
Will you
I'll
wear it
cage
for
it.
5 minutes and then hand it off to Jake? This is a community.
Yeah, we
hat?
have a timeshare on the hat,
Okay.
Yeah, he gets it every Friday, Saturday.
I
Sunday.
was gonna
Johnny
say,
has
yeah.
the rest of the time.
but I get it holidays, so it evens out.
Yeah. He evens out.
But no, and
raining.
it will go up tomorrow, but we are doing our commentaries again. The horror movie marathon is happening. Woo! So if you're on the YouTube, on the same channel, the Blue Crow Podcast, you can watch our commentary tracks for, drum roll please. Thank you, Matthew. We're doing the Universal Monsters and also a bunch of public domain films because there was a writer's strike when we were planning this and we didn't know if it was going to be over in time. And
Oh, this is something that I wanted to talk to you about. Hey, you're wrong, fuckhead. Haha, you my dick.
yeah,
It's only been a week. It's only been a
I
week.
had to be a no, it was less time than that. I joked about, or I made I was talking about the writer's strike the other day on the podcast on this show, and then the next day I get a notification that the writer's strike was over. So, I'll print a formal retraction. We got everything we wanted, and it's awesome. Woo.
Yeah.
Go Union.
Yeah, who's losing steam now?
Fuck you, Bob Iger.
Yeah. Guy.
And fucking, I don't know any of these people's names. They're not in that.
Billy Manson. I don't know. That's a real
You mean
person.
the
That's a solid
serial
guess.
killer?
Yeah, well, fuck him in general, you know? If we're bringing fucks around, if we're just throwing it around, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Did you guys read about everything they got out of it though?
No.
Oh yeah, they got,
They
a,
got
lot.
a lot. It's good. Unions are here for you. They're
Um,
getting like a
yeah, they
it was like
got.
a 16% pay increase, right?
I don't know the percentage pay increase. I wasn't paying attention.
They
to
got a
that.
pay increase. They got minimum number of writers. They got protections against AI. They basically got everything they were going
Those
for.
were the ones I was
Um,
paying attention. to.
SAG hasn't. They're going back to the table like this week or something as we record this. But as of right now, WGA, good job, guys. We got woo. Clap away.
Yeah. Yeah. Woo.
Oh yeah, it's Halloween. Woo.
Oh, that's why. I mean, hey, yeah, yeah. Let's go with that one. That's not what I was doing. But
No, I'm glad they deserve it. They all deserve it. And I don't say that just as a writer. I say that as just a human being who thinks people should be paid for their talents and for their hard work. And I'm sure all of us agree.
Speaking of writers and filmmaking and stuff, have you guys seen Gen 5?
What's that?
What's Gen 5?
So it's in the Boys universe. It's
Oh,
on,
you mean
Oh,
Gen Z,
is
Gen
this
V?
the Team show?
yeah, Gen V.
Gen-
It stands for 5.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Oh, it stands for 5? I thought it meant like Gen V, like Gen Vault, Gen...
Oh,
Combination
I mean,
V.
it could do that too, but I mean, we already have this. This is the 5th generation of power users of Compound V users
Oh.
or like havers.
I fell off the boys. I didn't.
So I guess it's
I saw the
both.
first episode of last season and I was like, I'm good. I just wasn't that interested.
I have not seen it yet, but it looks really good.
Once that
It's really good. So the way how the Boys is basically the Justice League but shitty.
Yeah.
This is like X-Men, the school stories, like the X-Men for House of Gifted Youth or whatever the fuck it's called.
Xavier School for
but
Gifted
shitty.
Youngsters.
Yeah, there you go. For gifted youngsters.
It is a mouthful. I'll give you that. It's a lot.
I know it's like gifted and then Xavier. Whatever.
I saw a TikTok today, or not a TikTok, a short or whatever, of someone was just like, "Can you name 5 Jennifer Lawrence movies?" And I was legit trying to think of them, but without like repeating a franchise or anything. And I got like 4. I legit couldn't name all of them because I was thinking, okay, she was in X-Men, she was in The Hunger Games, she was in Mother, Last House on the Left remake or whatever.
And then there was the one with
She was in the space one.
Oh yeah,
Peter.
that,
Yeah, that's
with,
the one I was gonna say.
Chris Pratt.
Passengers.
Passengers.
Yeah, with Chris Pratt. And then one of my favorite movies, Silver Linings Playbook.
I couldn't remember the name of that one. I was like Silver Lining, yeah, it's like Silver Lining something, and I just couldn't remember that name or the name of that movie. She's got like a new movie coming out, doesn't she? I think we started to talk about this the other day and we didn't finish it. I don't know.
I don't know. I can look
It's
it
like a
up.
rom-com or some shit.
That fits more her. That fits her speed, like a rom com.
I don't know. She's a very funny person, like in interviews and stuff.
She's a very down
She
to.
is funny.
She's very like realistic, like not realistic, but like she's a very like down to earth person. Just like she is the most normal, non like I'm gonna put on a face person I've ever met. Not met, but like
yeah, because she
seen.
got like her big break when she was an adult.
Yeah.
She got her big break like in her 20s. So like she had jobs and like human experience.
She was a
that
normal
lot
human
of other
being
people don't.
and then became,
Yeah, exactly.
you know.
My favorite interview is when she's like talking about when she was like when she was on the Oscars and she's like, just don't look drunk. Just don't look, and she stumbles.
Oh, this movie. She's in the movie about she gets a job where the dad wants the guy, the son, the 19-year-old son to lose his virginity.
All right, let's see where this is going.
not like prostituting her over, but like, can you like make him, you know, a person, where
She's
he
like a professional
where he
wingman.
like yeah,
Okay.
basically like get him drunk and then like take him to a party and then make him lose his virginity.
No Hard Feelings is the name of the movie.
Yeah, and then
Is it out or is it like?
I mean, all the trailers are from in March and June, so I would hope
Okay.
so.
I hope I didn't
I
like
would hope
miss
so.
it
It'd be out by now.
and just never saw it, which is possible.
Johnny, that's very possible with you.
Listen, there's a new Exorcist movie coming out. I think this month. I'm gonna go see it. I'm gonna see it. I know I am. I'm down. I'm down with this. I saw it, the new Evil
Oh.
Dead too.
It's way out.
What, The Exorcist? Oh no, No Hard Feelings.
Yeah.
I gotta see. Is that this month? I imagine it has to be. It has to.
You
be
can
out
watch it
too.
on YouTube,
New
Vudu,
Exorcist.
Amazon Prime.
I think I would really like to see a movie with her and Andy Samberg. I think they
That would be a good
I
combo.
feel like they
Although
would be a
Andy
good
Samberg
duo.
doesn't really do many movies.
he does. Well, I think the last movie he did was like Palm Springs or whatever, wasn't it?
I think it was Palm Springs.
It
By the way, amazing
Was
fucking
it Palm
movie.
Springs? I was gonna say it was Pop Stars, but actually looking at this, no, it was Palm
I
Springs.
was gonna say, yeah, I think Popstar was before Palm Springs. Also another really good
It
movie.
was.
When's the new Exorcist come out? October 6th.
He
Oh,
spent
it's
most
coming
of
out
his
in 3
time
days.
since like.
Fuck yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Awesome. Well,
That makes sense.
I know I'm
October.
spending the weekend.
You were saying, Mark?
He's been mainly on Brooklyn Nine-Nine since 2013. That's why.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
he
because
hasn't really done much.
he was the star of
Start
the
the show, man.
show. But the show's over.
yeah,
The show's been
yeah.
over for like 2 years now.
Oh yeah, 2021.
Yeah.
Which I'm very excited to watch all those actors go on to different things now. That's my favorite part about
Oh my
like,
God, yeah.
TV shows ending is I get to finally see these actors in other things.
My favorite is when they get multiple people from the same acting group.
Mhm.
That was in Atlanta, I think.
Oh, from like the
With
region.
main, with the main guy,
I was thinking about
or not the main
this
guy,
with
Paperboy.
I was thinking about this with Margot Robbie and Leonardo DiCaprio, how they were like they were both in Wolf of Wall Street kind of towards the beginning of Margot Robbie's career, and then they were doing another movie together with Quentin Tarantino and did Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, like after she became like this huge fucking star.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, it's kind of cool to see them back together like that, doing these
Yeah,
movies.
it was Atlanta because Ryan, Tyree, Henry, Paperboy. At one point, 60 Beats shows up. I think.
I love Atlanta. It's such a good film city.
Absolutely.
It's fantastic.
You know I'm talking about the show, right?
Oh, you're talking about the show Atlanta. I thought you were referring. Never mind. I'm very.
He
stupid.
thought you were referring to the city, Atlanta.
Wasn't that the show with
I mean, I know that now.
with the what's his nuts? The fucking fake to hate crime. Fucking tied a noose around his neck.
What?
No, that's Empire.
Jesse
You're
Smollett.
talking about Juicy Smoulier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy. That was
No, that's
Empire.
Empire.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was Empire.
Never mind.
Which got really bad. Like a lot of cable TV ends up getting.
Really bad.
If it goes too long, yeah.
That's
That's what happened to Walking Dead.
That's most TV.
That's what happened to
I am a
most
defender
of
of
the
that fucking show because I watched all of it,
CW.
and fucking there's a noticeable dip that actually I think goes back up towards the end.
Yeah.
You can't.
I mean, the only argument
I
to
stopped
that,
it.
Mark, is Breaking Bad.
Well, it's because the show ended.
Well, Breaking Bad, they knew when they wanted to
Yeah,
end. Though.
there was an
Yeah.
yeah.
They knew exactly.
They had an
when
end
they were
point.
gonna end.
Yeah.
Offer, you can't tell me that
most-
Jeffrey Dean
most of
Morgan
these
didn't give a
shows-
killer performance in that show.
Oh yeah, of course. But most of these shows that keep going on, they're just like, we got renewed. Why not?
What is it
Yeah.
that
But Breaking Bad was like, we are ending at this season.
Yeah.
We don't want any more.
and even that failed with Game of Thrones. Like they were like, we're ending it here, and that shit fucking sucked.
Well, they end because there was a lot of production
had
issues.
to.
There was a lot of production issues, and then they basically they had to, and then they just kind of rushed it. And yeah, the ending was the last season was just so bad.
Meanwhile,
so bad.
Like-
I'm seeing shit about like Attack on Titan final season part 3, part 2, or some shit. Like
Yeah,
Don't get me started on that.
yeah.
I love the series, but Jesus.
I saw the
Yeah.
first part, and then I was waiting for it to the second part to
Did
end.
they also like? They apparently I haven't watched all of it. I'm actually still on season 3. Because I read it and I'm like I liked it when I read it. I just don't feel like watching it. And from what I hear, it's like it like diverges from the manga, and I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I didn't
didn't-
watch. I didn't read.
I didn't read the
so-
manga either. I'll tell you this: it's
Um,
fucking wild. Like it's
It's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I like it a lot,
it's
but that's just the dumbest. So, okay. For those of you who don't know, it's okay.
Mark's
So
sitting
third
up.
season done. All right, and then they're like, guys, we're gonna finish everything in the 4th season. All right, cool. Midway through, before the 4th season comes out, we're gonna break it into 2 parts. Cool,
Yeah, I get-
whatever.
that's fine.
A lot of shows do that sometimes. Whatever. During the first part of the first part of season 4, they're like, so actually no, it was in between 1st and 2, or 1 and 2. So in between 1 and 2, they're like, okay, we're gonna break it up into 2 more parts. Sure, I guess. Okay. During the second part of season 4, they're like, we're gonna change it into their own parts.
what the
So now, what is supposed to be episode 40, like I don't know, 38 and 39 of season 4, has just been smushed into 2 episodes, or into one big episode,
Okay.
and that is season 4, part 3.
I don't like that you're
part
having to do
1.
math to figure out the show timeline.
Yeah, dude,
If
it's
you-
the dumbest.
if you look
like,
at-
I love the series so much, but God,
If you look at openings as like seasons, there's 7 openings in that series because they split it up so many fucking times.
I mean, there's 7 seasons. That's what I'm saying. There you go.
like fuck, dude, it's just like, I mean, at that point you should, but the worst part is that season 4, like the first part, ends up being like 6 episodes or some shit like that.
Oh
Like
my god.
it's not 6 episodes exactly, but like it ends up being like a little bit of episodes because you thought you're gonna get one big season just broken up into 2 parts, and then they broke it up into, it's like fractions. They're just keep dividing fractions.
Do you know who did that? Did Jujutsu Kaisen? They did the same thing.
Did they?
Yeah, season 2, like the first half of season 2 is like a prequel, and then the rest
Oh,
of the yeah.
I mean, yeah, I mean, kind of. Like, I'm caught up right now on the English dub, but they didn't break it up into parts. They kept it with the same weekly.
This whole
Uploads.
conversation is the exact reason why I watch more movies than I do television. Like it's because like even with
also-
the most complicated series like what we do on Halloween, like we know like okay, there's this many movies. You know, if we're doing fucking Halloween series, the movie series, we know there's like fucking 14 or some shit. Even though it's all complicated as shit. Don't point at the One Pieces, okay? Okay.
Do you know what series hasn't done that and will never done that? And there's so much backlog that you can just keep watching for months.
Don't. That's not my goal in life. I don't. Part of my joy in watching so many movies is finishing the movie.
But if you're watching multiple movies within a series,
Yeah, but how great is it when you watch a series and you're like, I really love this series, but it doesn't like, but you're like, oh man, it's over. I want to watch more of it. Well, One Piece, it's never over.
You know,
You can just watch it forever.
I don't want that though because that's the definition of like it goes on too long, then it peters out and like doesn't.
No, it definitely
doesn't
does
peter
not.
out. No,
It like
everybody is in agreement. I have never seen a person Like genuinely, I'm not exaggerating. I've been on the Reddits. I've seen the Facebook communities. I'm a big
Mark, are you
fan,
on that
so I watched
Reddit?
all the communities.
That's the way you said it.
I'm a big fan. I'm a really big fan. So I watch all the communities. Every single person that I've seen is in agreement that Wano, which is the arc right now,
Mm-hmm.
in the 10,000 in the 1,000s, is the best arc.
Oh, easily,
best,
hands down,
like,
easily
story,
best
like-
arc. Like, it's so good.
Were there more episodes of One Piece or more days served in Congress by Diane Feinstein? That's what I want to know.
That's a
Also, Mark, I can't talk about without spoiling it. There was a little, I'll say this, there was a little, Mark had a whole thing when he was like, they found the One Piece, that's it. Well, my friend, that wasn't it. We learned what the One Piece is now, which is like, yeah, no shit. Yeah. I was like, when they revealed that, I was like, that.
Well, I know that now just because you have to go to Laugh Tale.
Yeah.
So he wasn't there. He was at a place full of ice. But God, it looked like it. I still think it looks like it. You can't change my mind. Like it looks, dog. There's no way. It was just like it. It was gold bigger than like Antarctica. It was gold as far reaching as Antarctica, and it was just like
It seems like a great way to instantly destabilize the economy.
It was the funniest, like, fucking, like, Mark, like, pulled us into a
bullshit.
call and was like, I need to show you guys this one thing, and then just went off, and it was like, I really wish I recorded all that because it was just gold.
because it was bull. I mean, I still. You can't change my mind. It looks like a One Piece. I'm not even at where you're at right now. I don't give a shit. It just looks like the One Piece, bro. And I'm gonna put up. I still have the screenshot on my computer. I'm gonna put it up right now on the recording. It's fucking huge. It's a lot, and it's just like you're gonna tell me this isn't the One Piece of legend. You're gonna tell me that when Gold Roger was like, I got everything in the world. This wasn't everything in the world? Like, there's more to this? Bullshit. Nah, bro.
I should just start putting One Piece in the tags for every episode of this.
I'm gonna put it. Well, it's funny you say that because last week you're like, we should have a counter that says days since One Piece. I'm gonna put that in the corner right as I start ranting, and you
It's
bring
gonna
it
go
up.
from 1 to 0.
And
Yeah,
oh, that's our workplace incident counter.
Days since last talked about One Piece.
listen, man. I'm just saying. You were talking about how
What's that for me and
they
Matt,
peter
though?
out and they get worse.
I feel like we all need one. I
What?
feel like we all need one. Like mine's obviously days since talked about cameras, because that's the one me and Jake use. Then what's?
Oh, that's the one you and Jake do?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't really do that here.
I guess I
I
don't.
don't know what I talk about besides like anime characters. I don't know what I talk about a lot besides like maybe 02.
Being horny and
Day
Being a degenerate?
Oh, actually, that's there. It is.
Zero
Yeah,
two,
Days and last
your
been a degenerate.
penis, that's about it. It's those two things.
What'd you say, Johnny? I didn't
0
catch
2 and your penis. That's...
No, Mark talks about my penis more than I talk about my penis.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true. He has a weird thing about his body.
I don't know. There's a lot of dick talk I've noticed on this.
There's a lot of dick talk, and we don't need to go there. But again, and
We're here.
maybe it should be another counter. Days since last talked about fucking penises.
And the counter just gets bigger and bigger until we talk about it, and then it goes down.
It's like a 1-bet wiggles.
Every day we don't talk about it gains an inch.
Diane Feinstein had 3 husbands
Really?
in her lifetime.
Were
That lady was.
were they?
She was fucking.
Well,
going
here's my
at it.
question, because she did live so long. Was it like, did she just keep outliving husbands, or did she like remarry and divorce? And
Ugh, that's more than what I'm gonna have to do. I'm just gonna say that she
Okay.
remarried.
that's what I'm thinking. How do we get here? There's so many old fucks in our fucking Congress, man. So many. Just like, make
Yeah.
like, listen, if they were just old, that wouldn't be my issue. It's the fact that they're old and they're fucking senile.
Well, that happens when you get old.
Like, could we just make them draw a clock
they're
or some
racist.
shit? Like, just give them like a test once a year or some shit. You know?
Make them drive.
You know?
There should be a rule. If you're not allowed to drive, you can't serve in the Congress.
Yeah, I agree with that. That works for me.
Most of them still drive.
That's a
And to answer your question, there's less episodes of One Piece than Dianne Feinstein served in Senate.
okay. Are they close at all, or like no?
Not at all. She served for estimated 8,000 days.
Oh shit!
Right now, One Piece is at like 1080
Okay,
something.
so they're like right behind.
Right. That's 7,000, Johnny. What?
I know.
We've taken 10 years to get to 1,000.
Gosh.
I'll be her age by the time we get to 8,000 in
Could you
episodes of One Piece.
imagine working on a show for 1,000 episodes?
Yeah, he loves
I
it that
mean,
much. That's why he's
Yeah,
the
I
god.
know. Like,
he literally writes. He literally makes it and goes to bed, wakes up, makes it again. Like that's all he does. That's all he ever does.
He loves it,
He
bro.
spent like I think like a month to be with his family, and then he's like, nah, right back at it, and just
Every now and then he takes some time off
yeah.
to be with his family, and he also deals with health issues sometimes.
That's like
So,
knock
yeah.
on wood. I hope he finishes it before anything bad happens.
It's already been like he already said that he's told people how it's gonna end.
you know,
um,
it's
just get him
from
drunk
the
at the
the,
bar. They'll tell
where
you
the
how it
manga
ends.
is now. It's looking like it's getting pretty close.
We're in the third arc.
Yeah.
Like as of right now, we're in the third arc of the show. So.
Well, in the
it's
show,
getting-
yeah, he's right now. The manga's in the fourth. They just wrapped up the third. The show's wrapping up the third now.
What?
Yeah, the mono arcs.
I'm talking about a third arc. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Talking about a 3-act structure.
Oh, that makes more sense. I'm like, wait. By 3 arcs, there's like
A
there's
3-act
like 500
structure.
arcs.
No, not anime arcs. I'm talking about a 3-act structure.
Oh,
like
I
how
see what
most
you're saying.
movies
Yeah,
have,
this is like this is the
where the
this
third
is the
arc
peak.
is like towards
yeah.
the end. Yeah.
I'll fucking
up?
start drawing circles, and then this podcast is never coming back. Like, don't get me started. Don't get me
What?
started with fucking story structure, man. I'll fucking go off.
Oh,
That's a good point.
He's gonna
That's a good
pull a
point, Mark.
whiteboard.
That's a
He's gonna pull out a
that's
whiteboard.
That's a dangerous thing that Johnny will fucking go. He'll go. He'll pull out a whiteboard and start fucking spraying. So here's the hero's journey.
I mean,
Well, if you honestly want like the best how do I get bitten by mosquitoes? I don't leave the house.
they come to you because you don't leave the house to get
Apparently-
frustrated, and they come to you.
dude, there's been
My door doesn't
There's-
open. Like I don't.
You're the
you guys don't understand. I don't leave
You're
the
the
house.
forbidden fruit that the mosquitoes must find. You're like, yeah.
I don't understand.
Dude, I'm not joking. There has been a housefly in my house for about a week. And he just like is hanging around, and like he was in the shower with me this morning, and we couldn't get him. He fucking there when I was eating dinner, couldn't get him. Like the dude's elusive. I feel like
Yeah.
that
So
episode
it's
of Breaking
100%
Bad.
not the same fly, right?
No, dude. Like I rarely get houseflies in here. Like it has to be the same fly.
They only last
It's a
2
fly,
days.
and then he lays an egg.
Flies don't live long.
I bet it's been like a week. Like, I don't know how long they live, but if I'm
Probably like a mosquito
Yeah.
or something, or like a gnat, something that lives longer. I get that sometimes. I have a spider in here that's been here since I moved in.
no, I've seen it. It's a fly. It's a housefly.
You know what? There's not many houseflies in Florida.
It's because nothing
at least-
is supposed to live there, Matt.
At least like
Except
like
for
in Jersey,
that bad.
they're like big fucking flies. We'd get them all the time. Be
Because
like, yeah,
that's
I'm
a
like, oh,
hospitable environment. Florida shouldn't exist, much like Australia.
It's not that bad. Not that bad. Everyone hates on Florida. It's
I'm
not that
actually I'm fine. It's fine. The summers are bad, but it's like meh.
bad. Well, yeah, temperature wise, but like at the actual living conditions and things like that. I mean, it's not that bad.
Get back to me in 10 years, and I'll agree with you. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Did you see that another major insurer was like, fuck it, we're out of here?
You mean a company?
Yeah, like it was like
Like, out
State
of
Farm or some shit was
Florida?
just like, and we're done. We're not going there. Not staying in Florida. We cannot afford this.
Because it's too easy to get your driver's license.
Yeah.
So then
No,
there's a
no,
lot
no.
of
Like
accidents.
homeowners insurance.
Oh, fucking yeah. I mean,
Hurricanes.
that's pretty much everywhere though, but especially in a place where it's like temperate and everybody wants to move there because of the weather. Housing prices are like huge. I mean, that's everywhere, but like down there, I know for sure because I lived there for a long time.
I think
No, I will say the housing prices in here, like Florida, is slowly becoming like the problem that up north had, to where everything's getting more expensive because more people are living here.
Yeah.
Do you guys see that crazy ass plan that a professor was proposing to expand Manhattan by like 250,000 people? Like being able to like
How would you want to expand?
You mean
no,
upwards?
they were trying to go
Oh, thank God.
out.
Wait, just Manhattan.
The-
They're
the
trying to
island
expand
of
only Manhattan.
yes.
But how would you do that?
I didn't read that far into it, but from like the demonstration or whatever, it involved some kind of like terraforming, basically, to like extend the island, and it all from Lower Manhattan down, and then it like protects it from the
Oh, okay, that
ocean.
makes
So
or
like by the
something.
by the statue.
I guess I'm not.
Yeah, basically where everywhere is like water,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's where.
that makes sense. And like by the statue area, because Coney Island's it's pretty far out from everywhere else.
I thought you
you'd
meant
have Lower Manhattan than Lower Manhattan.
I thought you meant horizontally, like to where the other boroughs are.
That's why I was confused. I'm like, are they just gonna just say fuck you to like all the other boroughs and like just
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Isn't
Also,
it
why
like
expand Manhattan? Manhattan's already expensive enough.
Yeah, but Manhattan's like the most popular one.
Yeah, I guess.
Isn't it also like
That's it.
freaking flooding right now or some shit?
It's always flooding.
That was Queens or Brooklyn.
Probably Brooklyn.
Why?
I'm not.
I don't know.
Is it
Why? Because they're not built for. I mean, it's the same reason
climate
why
change?
when the hurricane came up. I mean, yeah, climate change, but it's also the reason why, like, when the hurricane came down a few years ago and it just ruined all of New England. It's because the houses up here aren't built for like hurricane level winds because they don't really get them. It's the same thing. Like they don't have like a good sewer system or like a rain dispersal system because they're not used to so
How
much rain
long,
and water.
hypothetically, how long are we from new houses or just built on stilts all the time?
There's a lot of houses up north on the beach area that are on stilts.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like when you're building a house that is basically standard at this point when you're on the coast.
Long time.
Long time.
Like I think it's within our lifetimes.
Well, yeah, in our lifetimes, but
maybe.
we're gonna be like 50 by then.
This is still something I think about. I would like to leave the world in a better position as opposed to doing what Dianne Feinstein did and just hang around too long doing nothing.
Man, you're really like
And
focused
be a
on her now.
senator. And be a
Mark,
senator. Like,
Look at me.
What the fuck are you talking about then? What are you what are you saying? Like, what
I guess
are
I
you,
should be.
like-
I guess you know what? This is my announcement for candidacy for the United States Senate. I don't think I'm legally old enough to do that, but I'm getting ahead of. I'm starting early, so vote me in like 2035 or some shit.
Mhm.
That will be my my campaign speech. I'm younger than that guy. That's my whole
Younger than
platform.
that guy.
I mean, she
How
did the
much
same
brown
shit that
nosing-
fucking.
You're gonna brown nose so much it's gonna get in your mouth. Like it's a lot. You're gonna have to fucking just eat so much ass.
I don't have a retort. If that's what it takes,
I
if
mean,
that's what
just
it
how you-
takes to get
Yeah.
universal health care, I'm down. I will make this sacrifice, America.
So Mark, how much would you sell your Valorant account for?
Oh, because that person asked me for it. I mean,
What happened?
I don't think I would. Someone just DM'd me and asked me how much I would sell it for. So I have a skin they really like that they can't buy.
Did you just wait for it to come in the shop?
Not Valorant chat.
Whatever happened to like that?
Oh. I also have that champion skin. Both champion skins actually. Not the third one though. I didn't get the last one that came out.
Whatever happened to that like skin stock market that like CS:GO would happen?
What?
Whatever happened to that like stock market skin thing that like fucking CS:GO players would do, like where they had like a full fucking like stock market surrounded by like skins.
I mean, there's like a black market sorta, but like CS:GO has it. They have their gambling skins.
Yeah. No, they still have that where like skins change in
Speaking of
price
CS:GO, when does
and they come down in price.
It's the
when
original.
does CS:GO 2 come out?
I don't know.
Like yesterday.
Oh, it's out.
Like it literally came out yesterday. I'm not exaggerating.
How much is it? It's free.
It's free. Yeah.
Downloading that shit.
It's also just automatically in your Steam. Also, nobody's fucking talking about it because it's the same as CS:GO. Like
Oh, it's just CS:GO.
Yeah.
They literally, it's already downloaded if you have CS:GO. What?
it's just like it's the same thing. This is what I was telling you like months
They
ago.
overwatched it.
Where it's like it's yeah, exactly. They just
did- they
Overwatched
did
it. It's the
Overwatch
same
it.
fucking thing.
They pulled an Overwatch.
This is what I was saying this months ago, where like our friend group was getting like super excited for CS:GO 2, and I'm like, or CS2 or whatever the fuck, and I'm like, it's gonna be the same as CS:GO. It's gonna be the exact same thing.
It's CS:GO, but it looks nicer.
I'm still playing Baldur's Gate, and it's fantastic. I love it. I'm about to start my second playthrough.
I have been playing. I've been playing a lot of stuff. Titanfall 2 recently had an update a couple weeks ago. I've been playing that, but something that came out literally a week ago at this point. It came out on Thursday. It came out the 28th. My Hero came out with a battle royale.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's kind of how you would expect a My Hero battle royale to play out, but it's really fun.
It's so hit or miss with anime games sometimes. It's almost like the same success rate as like anime movies to me, I feel like.
Anime movies are
I mean,
always
not
successful.
like live action movies.
Oh, that's a very big distinction. You have to make.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's like it's the same like fail success ratio. Like I remember for me.
You're not wrong. No, you're not wrong.
I remember when the Xenoverse games came out for Dragon Ball, and I was like, "This is fucking awesome.
those are
This
so
is
good.
awesome." Like
Those are so
even
good.
just like
I just finished
the
Xenoverse 2.
fighting aspect of it was like amazing. It made you feel like you were.
But Dragon Ball is like a surefire one. Like Dragon Ball video games are always win.
Like I didn't play Kakarot. I don't know.
Oh, Kakarot was good.
Was it? Okay.
Kakarot was good.
Kakarot was good. It's just the fighting was a little clunky.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was a little.
Was
it was
it
a
still
little
done by
clunky. But
Bandai
then also,
Namco? Okay.
maybe.
Um,
Yeah, the fighting was pretty clunky, but it was still fun and it was still good. I just didn't like that you did everything. It's more manga accurate than it is the anime
Mhm.
adaptation. You have to deal with every single filler arc.
dang.
Every single filler
Yeah.
arc.
I feel like Xenoverse
It's
got
really annoying.
skipped all of that pretty well and was like,
Yeah, they
here's
did.
all the core shit you want to do. Fight Frieza, have fun, you know.
Yeah, they did. They did. Especially Xenoverse 2.
Mhm.
Like Xenoverse 2, like it's just like, all right, Saiyan Saga. All right, Namek Saga. Okay, Frieza dead. Okay, next thing. All right, Boo. Okay, next
'Cause
thing.
I feel like
okay.
they really
was
wanted to get
very-
you to
it was
super
awesome.
pretty quick in that one.
That's what I'm saying. They
Yeah.
had to play catch up because there were so many arcs.
Hmm.
There also hasn't
Yeah.
been like
You got
there hasn't been like a Dragon. I kind of want a Dragon Ball game, like the OG Dragon Ball. That'd be kind of cool.
that'll never happen.
I know, like Dragon Ball to like Dragon Ball Super.
Nobody. Yeah, nobody really cares about Dragon Ball, unfortunately. Even though it's actually really good.
Yeah,
There,
it's very
I remember
different
there
from
was
Dragon Ball
one
Z.
for the GBA back in the day that was pretty good.
Oh yeah, I remember a
He
game.
had
Yeah.
little Goku with the tail, which is such like a that. Correct me if I'm wrong. That premiered after Z here, right, in the States.
In the States, yes, but it didn't come out
Okay.
first. I've actually had this discussion before. In the States, it did premiere second, weirdly enough, but the story and like when it
was
came
all
out
first.
was all before
Okay.
Z.
Because that's a pretty huge distinction
Um,
between those two shows. I feel like.
Well, yeah, because he's a fucking he's an adult in Z, like, and he has his own kid now. But in you see him grow up in Dragon Ball.
And then I can't even remember what came out after that. I guess it was GT,
It's probably Kai.
or I guess
Kai,
Oh no, it was GT. It was GT and then Kai.
GT then Kai, yeah, and then because Kai took out all the
Super.
filler arcs.
I
Yeah.
couldn't tell you one single thing about GT that I remember.
Oh, GT is great. People hate on GT, but I love it. Super Saiyan 4.
Okay,
Super
so
Saiyan
I
4
remember
is cool
Super
as shit.
Saiyan 4. That was kind of cool.
And then Omega Shenron was cool. Basically, what Omega Shenron was is that they were like Dark Star balls. I don't know how that came about, but basically at one point the Dragon Balls
remember
had
that.
Dark Stars and they became sentient somehow. So like 1 was a
Well-
dragon, 2 was a dragon, 3 was a dragon.
Dragon Ball Super, not Super. Dragon Ball GT did at least make a big enough impact where they kept the main girl, like they kept Goku's granddaughter in.
Yeah, Pan.
And yeah, they just kept her in. They're like, we'll put you in Super.
Hmm No,
Yeah,
then Super came
that's a
around and I
thing
was
now.
like sold again. I was like, I like this. This reminds
Dragon
me
Ball
of-
Super was good. Dragon Ball Super was good.
This reminds me of
Yeah, I'm hoping
Toonami.
for it to come back with the new stuff in the manga.
Aren't they? They can't really go any further. Like we've seen Goku's like peak.
Yeah, but there's like the manga's still going.
I remember seeing something a while back about how expensive it was to do the Dragon Ball anime, and apparently it is insanely expensive. And I think one of the points of reference for it was the second Broly movie, and that was when they were like breaking down prices. I'm like, oh, this is like ridiculous.
The second Broly movie only exists because they like the Broly, but same thing with GT. The creator didn't like the Broly movie, so he's like, we're gonna just make a second one. They did the same thing with Bleach, where like the creator made one-offs with the Hell arc because he hated the Hell movie.
Oh, they made another Hell movie?
No. There's they made a one-off that like takes place after the events of the original series. So it's like Dad Ichigo, so he's older. And they introducing Hell, so he might actually continue the series, which is kind of cool.
What do you
I'm
guys think
excited
the
for it.
next like decade defining either franchise or theme or stuff that's gonna take over like movies and TV and stuff like that?
I think, and this is me coming from a weeb, I think because of the One Piece, how well that was, I think anime is going to start slowly taking over, and because they have so much they can do. But I don't know, maybe video games, maybe.
My opinion was that we've spent so many years in the big blockbuster film is that everyone's gonna have a visceral reaction to anything made over $100 million and just like go back to indie films.
I will say, yeah, indie films have definitely, like in the last couple of years, mainly because of COVID, they definitely
Shut up
started becoming
a
more
bit
and more popular. Like Sundance is like this huge festival now.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was always a big festival, but like recently it's like been like fucking huge.
It's pretty good.
Those like $14 million movies, like normies eat that shit up.
Mhm.
It
I know.
doesn't seem like popular to us, but normies eat that shit up, dude. Fucking people love fucking like the Expendables. That's why it kept going for so long.
There's
Or
like
Transformers.
My
another
stepdad had,
one, isn't there?
yeah, Transformers too. Like is like people love that shit. My mom will go to Transformers movies like in theaters like every time a new one comes out. She
Yeah,
fucking
but I
loves
still
them.
consider those like blockbuster films, like the mass appeal audience film stuff. You know,
Yeah, but that will never like not
Those
be
will
a thing.
always be made. Yeah, like normal normies.
I
those
think we're
marks.
gonna get a lot of indie stuff, and then I think we're gonna get a lot of forcing this Oppenheimer Barbie dynamic type stuff. Like people, like marketing companies, are gonna try to eat that shit up and try to recreate those kind of like explosion movies things.
But I don't like that's the thing is that stuff is lightning in a bottle. If you try to do it,
I know that's not
again,
gonna
if
stop
you
them
try to
though. They're
recreate
gonna
it,
try.
like
It's not gonna work.
it's not gonna
Yeah.
succeed. It won't it won't work after a while.
I get.
Like they won't do it after a while. If they don't see money coming in, then they'll
Well,
stop
that
doing
was
it.
the thing. Somebody, I forget where it was. It might have been the Black Nerd or somebody was talking about this, where it's like, um, I feel like they're gonna Hasbro and fucking who made the Barbie movie? Was it Warner Brothers? Fucking somebody.
I think so. Probably.
They're gonna look at this and go, "Oh, we need to make more movies based off of toys." And I don't think that's the right message. I think the message is that no, just make a good fucking movie, and based off of something
Yeah.
that we haven't seen yet. You know. I don't know. I don't know.
Probably do that.
I don't know whether we can.
Probably make another GI Joe movie, but this one will be a what's it called? Another adaptation? A reboot.
Nothing.
A reboot. Yeah.
Nothing is gonna ever beat the Community GI Joe episode. No.
That was such a
It
good
is a good
episode.
episode.
Don't get me started on Community. Community was my favorite show of all time before Rick and Morty came out.
Yeah, with both Harmon.
It's number 2 now. Anything with Dan Harmon, basically. I love Monster House was like my favorite when I was a kid.
Do you ever listen to his podcast? It's pretty
yeah.
good.
I listened to it, and I didn't listen to like the last 5 episodes because that way, it's still going.
It's still going. It's never ending.
Yeah, I do that sometimes with shows that I watch.
I do that as a kid with
Like
books.
I don't watch the last season or something.
I do that with books as a kid, where I just wouldn't read the last page. I don't know why. I still fucking read the thing. Like it's.
For me, it's just it's still going. It never ended.
I don't know. I think as an adult, I like the idea of finishing that last page or finishing, getting to the credits or like something like that. There's something like I checked it off. Like I get that kind of serotonin out of it.
For me, I don't
I just watched.
if it's good enough to that I want, like if it's good enough, if it does what I think most media should do, is leave you wanting more, then I don't.
Yeah.
Then I don't care for the like checking
I
it off.
finished or I just watched Wreck for the first time. Fantastic movie. That was on my horror movie list for a long time. And then I watched I finished because I only saw like half of it like a while back, like with some friends or something. 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one. I do like that.
It feels like almost like it feels almost like the first Cloverfield movie. Like it feels like from watching it, like it feels like this would have been the first movie and then the next one would have been Cloverfield,
Well, yeah, but I don't anything dealing with Cloverfield. I just like ignore it, just because like if it's like not ignore it, but like anything that's like tries to fit the Cloverfield universe, I just ignore it because they don't fit. They're all movies that were never meant to fit together.
Yeah. Is the third one worth watching? Should I watch it?
I just
The
watched
third
it.
one's also
You
really
mean-
good too.
I'll
I really
watch it.
like the third one.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the
No.
third one. But 10 Cloverfield Lane, I never watched, but I've heard nothing but good
Yeah.
things. What I watched and what I thought you were talking about was Cloverfield
Yeah.
Paradox. That one's the one in space in that.
That's the one I'll probably watch next. But what I liked about
That was
both of
good.
them is that they are a clean cut movie. Like there is no fucking fluffy bullshit. Everything that is there was serving something, and it needed to be there. And it has a tight runtime on both of them. The first Cloverfield's like an hour and 15. Like it's clean. This one's like almost 2 hours, but everything in there is good. So there's never a moment where I'm like, I'm gonna zone out for a minute or anything like that. Plus, I got to watch John Goodman, who I'm always a fan of.
Yes,
I always want
agreed
to
with
see
that.
in everything. I don't know what else. What has he been in anything recently?
John
Yeah.
Goodman.
What's
Um,
can you guys explain? I need some know your meme knowledge real quick, by the way.
If you ask me what a meme means, I'm gonna
No,
lose it.
why do I keep seeing Kevin James with tits everywhere? Have you not
What?
seen this meme?
Kevin
Wanna see
James
what?
with tits everywhere?
Yeah.
What?
Like there's this Kevin James meme of him like with just like shrugging his shoulders or some shit.
Oh, I seen that.
Oh, because it's a reaction gif. Yeah, it's a reaction
Okay,
image.
so that's all it is. That's all I went. And then
I mean, think about it. Like,
okay, fair enough.
it's like a
And
shrug.
then
of the-
someone
like a shrug
photoshopped it like yassified with like giant boobs.
That's just the internet being the internet.
Good job, internet.
I think you're overthinking
I
it.
think
like-
I figured I'm like, is there something I don't? Did Kevin James say the N word or something? Like I was like, I don't know what's happening.
9 times out of 10, if it's a meme being used, you're overthinking.
Yeah,
it.
probably.
It's just look at it what it is in context of what it's being used for, and then you'll get it.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
That one's just a shrug. But yeah, 10 Cloverfield Paradox is really fun. I like it a lot. But so I don't consider any Cloverfield movie a Cloverfield movie. Like I don't consider them connected, like Matt said. I just avoid the name because that's how it works with the Cloverfield movies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're never meant to be Cloverfield movies until afterwards.
Like Cloverfield itself is not supposed to be a
Franchise.
franchise.
No, it was never. It was meant to be a independent, like it's separate film.
They're doing the fucking Halloween 3, but everyone likes it as opposed.
I don't understand.
Halloween 3 is Season of the Witch, and it's the one that doesn't have Michael Myers in it.
Was it like another movie?
Well,
that
the whole
they
thing
just,
was
like,
that they were going to do a Halloween movie every year, but they would just always be called Halloween, and they would just be a different movie every year. They would just always take place on Halloween, which I like the idea of a lot.
I was gonna say that's actually a good
yeah,
idea.
I do like that
Yeah, I
idea.
like the idea of that a lot. But the first Halloween was such a success. And then people were excited with Halloween 2 too to finish that, that first arc off. And then it was such a huge hit that when people saw Season of the Witch, they were like, "What the fuck is this? Where's Michael Myers?" It didn't help that also Season of the Witch sucks. It's a terrible movie. Good ideas, terrible movie. But that's basically what the Cloverfield movies are.
If you, well, yeah, that's exactly what they do, and that's exactly what the Cloverfield movies is. But if you like that, then you would like.
That's why I like Love, Death, and Robots so much.
Hold on.
There's a
Let me look
And
this
the
up.
there's a
Twilight Zone and everything else.
series that's like an anthological series, and it's like it has like a pumpkin boy, and I can't remember the name of the movie.
Oh.
I think Johnny, you would eat that shit up.
There's also
and I
another
cannot
trailer for the
remember.
Scott Pilgrim anime or animation.
I saw it. Oh, I saw that right away. I am so hyped. For
Mark
that
moved
fucking-
so fast. I have never seen Mark move with such energy.
What?
When I mentioned, oh, I thought you were lunging for your keyboard when I said the Scott Pilgrim animation.
No.
Oh, never mind.
I do want to watch that though, but I'm not gonna watch it now. I'll watch it after.
Yeah, I'm done with it.
What I'm talking.
Also, fucking, what's her name from Scott Pilgrim's in 10 Cloverfield Lane? I was halfway through the movie. I'm like, where have I seen?
The
yeah,
hot
where have I
chick?
seen you before? And I was like, oh, you're Ramona Flowers. I don't know her name. I should look it up.
Yeah, I don't know either, but I know her as the hot chick. in my brain. Into the Dark. That's what it's called. So on Blumhouse or on Hulu, Blumhouse has a whole so they did this a while
Pause.
back.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Continue.
Yes. They did this a while back where I think it was every month they would put out a new movie within like Blumhouse
Mhm.
Productions, and it was a horror movie, and it was all leading up to Halloween. Either that or every week. But I don't know if they're still doing it. But there's like, dude, right now I'm looking at like 30 different
What was
movies,
this? What was this
and I
called?
feel like you would like them. It's called the Into the Dark series.
dark.
And all of them are feature length. Like that is a huge part. Is that all of them are feature
Dude,
length.
freaking Blumhouse is a prolific studio. Like
I know.
they make so many movies. Anthology seasons. Oh yeah.
Installments. Yep. There's a shit ton of movies, and they're all pretty good. Like I've seen most of them. There's some that I haven't seen, but they're really good movies.
This is like tailor made for someone like me.
That's why I'm doing
Yeah.
it.
Because it's like, here's 11 movies to watch.
Exactly. My
I
favorite.
want to see what movies are coming out for Halloween this year. Hold up. You can continue while I Google this.
My favorite is where is it? Either Treehouse or Down. I'll tell you exactly what they are. Treehouse is. I'm just gonna read the summary
ahead.
because anything that I will say will be a
Go
spoiler.
ahead.
Celeb chef Peter Rake escapes a scandal for a weekend at his family's isolated vacation home, but there are debts to repay, and Peter has to learn the lesson that a woman's place is anywhere that she chooses to be, if he survives. That was cheesy as fuck, but it's really good. I promise it's really good, and so is the ending. The ending is fucking
The
amazing.
Craven the Hunter movie comes out this month.
Yeah.
Gross. I'm not gonna see it.
It looks good. It looks like fucking like
No.
it's like gory and shit.
Yeah, but like, oh,
Like he rips people's throats open.
okay, you're selling me slowly.
Like there's like a scene where he like uses animal things
Is
to
Spider-Man in it?
no.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Don't care. I don't care for like these like I don't. The only one that I'll let pass.
I'm stoked
because-
for Craven to be in the Spider-Man game. Don't get me wrong, I love Craven. I'm just not gonna see this movie.
No, exactly same. I'm exactly. No. I am with you. And then the only time that I feel that this was okay
There's a
was
documentary on Build-A-Bear. Happy Halloween.
was Venom. That's the only one that I think is okay.
It's about
Um,
as good as the
the
Eminem
only
song.
one.
Like, that's part of the reason I enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know.
Like genuinely, like Venom did it well, and that's only because Venom, you have to give its own story to like explain what
Mhm.
he is. Like it's the same thing with if they did what's his face fucking in Guardians 3, it's the gold boy. I
Adam
forgot his name.
Warlock.
Adam Warlock. Yep. If they did Adam Warlock right and did him, what he's supposed to be,
There-
then that would have been all Guardians 3. That would have been the whole story.
There's Pet Cemetery Bloodlines. Can we just say that any movie that has bloodlines in it probably not gonna be great? I'm thinking Resident Evil, fucking what's that other one that had it? The Day of the Dead remake, fucking. Now this, I'm like, no. Totally Killer, coming to Prime Video, whatever that is.
Oh, before I forget, so Down, that movie I can explain. It's Chris. Oh, I didn't even mention this part. This part was my favorite part. While it was going, I'm gonna explain it in a second. But my favorite part about the whole Into the Dark series is that when it was happening, it was centered around what holiday was happening that month.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
So yeah, so like March had to do with like St.
Flag
Patrick's Day,
Day.
leprechauns or whatever. Or Flag Day.
That's what the movie I want. I want to go like the 80s slashers that were just like Mother's Day or whatever, like just based off of like the weirdest holiday. Today is it's National Eat a Hot Dog Day, and that's the movie. It's a serial killer, but with like Freddy Krueger fingers that are hot dogs.
Sounds delicious.
And he-
So this one was Valentine's Day, and what this one does is for on Valentine's Day, two coworkers are leaving late and they get stuck in an elevator. You seen Devil?
Yes.
The movie in the elevator, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, the movie in the elevator. It's kind of like that,
It's like phone booth.
where they get stuck in the elevator for a very long time, and then shit happens.
There's been a movie that I've been trying to track down that I saw on cable one day, and I've never been able to like find it again. It was a comedy with under the veil of people stuck in an elevator on 9/11. And I've never
On
and I've
9/11.
never been able
Comedy?
to yes, and I've never been able to find this movie ever again. So if you know it out there, internet, go ahead and send that to me.
Have you seen the Adam Sandler movie? That's like the super depressing one when his wife and kid died. From
We've
9
talked about it before,
on
yeah.
9/11.
Yeah, that one's great.
Like criminally unrelated Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, no, it's really good. It's really good. I say the same thing about like Punch Drunk Love. I love that movie. I saw on there also there's the Five Nights at Freddy's movie coming out.
It comes out soon.
That actually looks
Yeah,
good.
It
Though.
looks good.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of interested in going to see it. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. The games I don't really give too much of a shit about, but like I do kind of like the story of like this serial killer guy,
Oh,
like stuff from
bro.
kids' bodies into suits and stuff
I
like that.
Yeah, William
That's-
Afton.
Eat
Yeah.
up Five Nights lore. I
Listen,
eat it up. I love it.
Me too.
I
I'm
love it.
about to. I was
I
about to
eat that
tell him
shit
the
up.
whole lore and everything.
Yeah, but we
fucking
can
love
go
it.
from the beginning, Johnny, when it was William Afton and Henry. Fuck, what was Henry's last name?
Henry something.
Something. Anyway,
I don't remember.
I don't remember. So like it's a whole fucking timeline.
Yeah,
But yeah, William Afton killed a bunch of kids, accidentally killed his daughter, and then his son got bitten, and so
That's
his son died.
I
And his
was
other son
looking-
was like, "I'm gonna avenge you, I'm gonna avenge you, other brother, by defeating our dad that's dead that got
yeah.
killed by
That's the
the other
stuff
kids."
I saw that. I was like, oh, this actually sounds kind of cool. Like with the third game or whatever, Springtrap or whatever his name is.
If they do it right, which I think they do, I'm going into it with the same cautious optimism
Mm.
that I had with the One Piece live action. Going in with
Cautious
cautious optimism.
I completely lost my train of thought. What was I gonna say? Oh, there's a really good analog horror series out there that uses a bunch of like assets from FNAF and stuff.
Oh,
I can't.
the Bafton.
I don't know.
tapes?
I have no idea.
Are you talking about? Is
Yeah,
it
it's
on YouTube? Yeah, there's the
Yeah.
something tapes.
There's
It's analog.
Dude,
There's
I love analog horror. I'm here for it. I want more of it.
Johnny, have you seen the movie?
Have you seen
the movie with Nicolas Cage? When he's fighting all the fucking robots, the Five Nights at Freddy's style. It's like
Oh,
something at
fucking,
Willie's or Wally's or something.
What's that movie called? Fucking something.
Have you seen Vita Carnis?
Yes, that's like the meat stuff, right? Yeah, that stuff's
Yeah,
fucking.
that's the meat one. Yeah.
The one that gets me more than anything and like legit scares the shit out of me is Mandela Catalog, and it's fantastic.
Dude,
Mandela
Mandela
Catalog
Catalog
is-
is too scary. I
It's
can't watch
fucking
it.
so good.
horrifying.
It's so
No,
good.
like genuinely, like I can't watch it. It's too
Yeah,
scary. For
no,
me.
it's actively horrifying. I don't know if it's the religious imagery or if it's the voices and the distorted faces, but something about it, man, it's so freaking good.
Oh, there's one that released. No,
Have you watched the
not released.
Backrooms ones?
Which one?
Backrooms.
The Backrooms.
See, that's the one I was like, eh. And that was the one that like blew up
Really?
into like a huge thing.
That one has so much like production.
I
value.
know,
like,
but
it's
that was
so
just the one
good.
where I was like, eh.
There's a one that's like
I think it's too detached for me
that has
to like.
meat monsters in it.
That's
and
Vita
it's
Carnage.
so good. Is that Carnage?
Yeah, that's Vita Carnis.
Is Vita Carnage? Yeah, that's so good. Oh, it's so
Yeah.
good. I love it so much. I eat that
That
up.
one's
Um,
fun.
Yeah.
Baddington. Before we get off of it, it's called the Baddington tapes.
Baddington Days.
Mm. Oh,
So
also,
Local 58
It's
is
really
good too.
into
Local
his
50 is good.
Robert Pattinson's performance in that movie.
Johnny, the
What?
movie's called Willy's Wonderland.
Willy's Wonderland. Never mind.
It's
That,
amazing.
that was a joke that no one. Never mind. Let's not think about that.
I have no
You're
idea.
saying
what you're talking
Batten. I was saying Battinson. Bat.
Oh, okay.
Batting.
Alright.
What did you say the tapes were called?
about. Baddington.
Battington, and I was saying Battinson. 2 drums and a cymbal fall off a cliff.
Eater,
I think we're all tired.
Wait, he's in Cyberpunk
I
2077?
don't know what you're saying. Who?
Idris Elba is in Cyberpunk 2077.
Yes.
Is he in the new update?
think
'Cause
so.
I played that game. I didn't recognize.
No,
it-
it's
it-
really
uh,
once
Idris
Cyberpunk-
Elba.
Apparently the new update
Collaborate
is really,
players.
really good.
Yeah,
I'm-
he's in the new update. He's in the
I'm-
new update.
I'm
Oh,
tempted to
It's pretty lit.
boot
Oh,
it up
fuck
again.
yeah.
I
Oh,
bought
fuck
that game
yeah.
on launch, which was a terrible, terrible decision recommended to me by
Yeah.
recommended to me by let's just say someone in this call who's normally the person that
Not
get me
me.
to make bad purchasing decisions.
I wouldn't have told you to buy that. That piece of shit.
Hang on. I told him to buy it before the game released
You
because
did.
it looked really good, and I'm like, The Witcher.
Okay,
It
that's
was
fair.
before it released.
and
Okay,
I was
that's fair.
really excited for it.
I
was- 'cause
pre-ordered
I loved
that
The
bitch.
Witcher 3.
Like pre-ordered that game.
Here's the thing. Have you played it since?
Yes, I have. It's amazing. Johnny,
I played it for
Well,
I
Johnny,
picked it
have
up
you
for a little
played it
bit
since?
and it was still buggy and then but I've heard after this second update it's real good. So I need to
It is.
Oh my
I
God,
played it like a couple months ago, like
Uh-huh.
this year. It's fucking
Yeah, I need to do
fantastic.
It's sad because if the current
But I-
Cyberpunk was the game that was on launch day, it would have been as popular or bigger than The Witcher 3.
Well, Witcher 3 had a bunch of problems. Like Witcher 3 became like a hit.
It
way
did when it
later.
released, but it was still big enough to
Yeah.
where yeah.
It
I
didn't
think Cyber-
make like an active there was an active hostility, I feel like, to it.
No.
Speaking of
Cyberpunk
active
also had-
hostility, what happened with the fucking graphic card company or whatever, or fucking wasn't it something you wanted to talk about, Mark? It was like AMD or somebody made bad decision.
Oh, Unity?
That was it. Yeah, that was it. The
What did Unity
yeah,
do?
The whole Unity
tool
thing?
or whatever.
So that happened weeks ago. We're super late on covering this, but basically Unity changed their terms of service so that for every download of a game that is used on Unity, they will receive part payments.
They'll get residuals off of it.
Residuals, essentially, yes.
But
so
that
companies didn't like
yeah,
that
companies were paying
because they're missing out on a
residuals
shit ton of
to-
money.
The
Oh,
companies were
yeah.
paying residuals to Unity based off of the downloads, which is like a terrible metric for that.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Because like that also like I was reading something that like that counts with pirated games too.
I mean, yeah. Like the system will recognize, like it doesn't recognize that you downloaded it, and it doesn't recognize where you downloaded it from. It just recognizes that
downloaded.
there is a new thing of Unity on this system.
Should I, man? Should I after Baldur's Gate? Should I dive into Cyberpunk now, or should I go for Starfield and then Cyberpunk
Ignore
later?
Starfield. Ignore
Cyberpunk.
Starfield. Ignore it completely. Dive into Cyberpunk now and get the
Fuck that game.
DLC
It sucks.
because the
It's
And then
the
you
DLC
yeah, you can
introduced
do it
a
all at
really
once.
cool mechanic to where like you can have cyber psychosis now. You can
Okay.
basically make it to where like you have enough
Really?
odds so your character will start doing crazy shit and you'll lose control.
That's kind of cool.
That's
Which is
cool
like,
as
oh
shit.
my God,
I
that's
probably,
cool.
If I boot it up now,
It's
I'll
not a
probably
free
have that
update though.
because I just kept putting so many.
It's not a
hours.
free update. It's 30
No,
bucks.
it's a DLC.
But it's 100% seems like it's worth it.
It does. It seems like it's worth it, but if I would say honestly, I would say play the game and see if you like it. See if you want the DLC.
Yeah.
Because I honestly I'm contemplating getting it. I want to give it some more time, just because I like revisiting games that I played before that I really enjoyed.
Mhm.
So I want to give it some more time, like I did with Titanfall 2 that I talked about earlier. So I'm gonna give it some time. But that game, I give it 5 stars.
Here's my problem with
Where it's at now.
here's my problem with Starfield, Johnny. it's a Bethesda game, and it plays better than Fallout. It plays kind of like Destiny and has that Fallout feel to it, but there's just nothing else to the surface. It feels like an older game. It plays like an older game, and it doesn't offer enough.
engine for fucking the millennia.
I know, and that's usually okay when it's like I'm okay with it if it plays like an older game. Usually, I actually prefer that. Like Dead Space did something similar to that, where they made it play like the older Dead Space, but it introduced a lot of mechanics to it. It's barren, and it's like it's buggy, but it's not too buggy. But it's
I
just
already decided to wait on it.
yeah.
I'm gonna be stuck on Baldur's Gate for a while.
I do recommend jumping back into Cyberpunk. I think Cyberpunk, as of right now, is really good.
It's so basically it's the same thing as No Man's Sky. This is how I tell people.
Mhm.
It's the exact same thing as No Man's Sky.
Or Rainbow
Right
Six Siege.
now, really, Rainbow was like that.
Well, not right now, but remember when Rainbow first launched and it was
Rainbow
like
a little bit like that.
super
No, I
hated.
didn't. I missed the wave.
Yeah. So, can I tell before you go? Sorry to interrupt, Johnny. Mark. Just my favorite
yeah.
story. So, Rainbow Six Siege has the greatest comeback at gaming history because when it first launched,
Oh
it
yeah,
had
right now, yeah.
horrible reviews. It was buggy. People thought it was just a generic shooter. No one wanted to play it. And then like they just kept updating it and just quietly spent years updating it. And like from 2015 to 2017, 2018, when it got really popular again, like it just blew up. And like kind of same thing with Cyberpunk. The biggest difference between like with like Cyberpunk and No Man's Sky is that like Cyberpunk was just buggy. It did promise everything it gave, not fully, but it did promise a lot that it gave, but it was just really buggy. And like the PS4 versions just like couldn't handle it. And then No Man's Sky released, and No Man's Sky did something similar. Actually, No Man's Sky right now is really solid.
So that's what I was well, before we get off of Rainbow, that is single-handedly thanks to Jinxie. He's brought the
Yes.
game back. There's so many people playing it right now. It's so huge right now just because of Jinxie.
I gotta play fucking Mortal Kombat 2. Shoot.
You mean one?
Well, it's Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat. It's the
Jesus
worst
Christ.
fucking name.
We're sharing one brain.
Yeah, we really are.
It's legit the worst name they could have picked. Like,
Because it's like restarting the story.
I know it
just
is.
Name it Mortal Kombat.
I know, yeah. Well,
Why do you have to name it one?
or
Just
just-
Mortal Kombat.
or call it
Name it
Rebirth or
Mortal
some
Kombat.
some
I
bullshit.
mean, they've done it before, but who cares?
Like it's I don't know. I love Mortal Kombat too much to not play it, so I'll probably play that too.
I actually
Yeah, fighting games aren't my thing, but I'll probably dabble in it. I'll probably like tip my toes in it.
I actually have not played Mortal Kombat 11.
I skipped 11.
I didn't play 11 either. I just got 10.
11 was
And
a
I got it
flop.
I got it at a time where it was like it came with everything. Came with
Yeah.
every single DLC that come out. It's awesome. Really happy.
X was like I put so many hours. It was fantastic. I loved X.
X was good. X was
X
good.
was
I
good.
just never
Um,
got around to playing it though.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not a fighting game guy. I feel like when you're a fighting game guy, you're
I am.
Yeah.
I
all
love
in on
fighting
it.
I am a
games.
fighting game guy.
I just don't like the Mortal Kombat series. I'm more of a Tekken. I really love Dead or Alive, even though it's
you played
Specifically the
whole very
volleyball
horny
games.
game.
since Matt's degeneracy.
Yeah, Matt's really into Dead or Alive for the volleyball games.
You can't even play the third one in the United States because they had to fucking ban it.
Well, you could
So stupid.
you could have gotten a Japanese PS4 and fucking whacked it to
Um,
your heart's content.
There's what was I gonna
You
say?
degenerate.
What's my other? Oh, I love the Blaze Blue series.
Have you played Skullgirls?
Yeah.
Me and Matt did a
Absolutely.
stream where we played
Shit.
River City Girls. That game's
We
great.
did.
Yeah, that game's great.
Yeah. I was
Oh,
there.
were you? Were you modding?
H&K
Yeah,
is
I was
also
there.
really good.
I called you while you
Oh,
were
yeah,
playing
I
the
forgot
game.
about
He did. He got upset that we're eating food or something.
How do I remember this better than both of you guys? I wasn't like I didn't even play the game.
Just got so much stuff going on, you know.
Jesus
All right.
Christ. But what I was saying is that right now, No Man's Sky and Cyberpunk, they are what they promised when they first came out. They are exactly what the trailers and the hype. That's what they are now. So if back then you were like, "Oh my God, that's awesome," and then you got your heart broken into a million pieces,
By Keanu Reeves.
you go to it now, it'll get back together. I promise.
I pre-ordered both of those games. I pre-ordered both of those
Stop
games.
You're part of the problem. You know that, right?
No.
I should get Matt to send me his stock
Don't
options,
pre-order
and then I'll
anything.
just do the exact opposite of what he has. That's what all. That's
Of
my
what?
my investment strategy.
It's not even bad like money options. It's a part of the problem that we have in the gaming industry. That is the issue.
Well, I pre-ordered good games like Resident Evil and stuff.
But you pre-ordered No Man's Sky and Cyberpunk.
With all things, capitalism ruins everything. Good night, everybody.
If you pre-order any game, it's bad. I'm sorry, Johnny. Go on.
Oh, I was just saying capitalism.
So as I was saying, sorry.
Capitalism ruins everything.
So
Good
what
night,
happened
everybody.
was.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Let's end this shit.
Oh my God.
Fucking love you
I
guys.
don't think we're at the
but I
time
hate
yet,
you.
Johnny.
About an hour and a half.
It's been an hour and a half.
About.
How long you in a podcast for?
A little under.
An hour and a half.
Uh,
We're gonna
people
talk for 2
freaking
minutes.
out of my
We need
house,
the
okay?
1:30 mark.
I've said this a million times. The reason why the past couple episodes haven't had like the ending thing is because of you two fucks. I start recording the moment we start.
I mean,
The moment I join the Discord, I'm
Okay.
recording so that we can get all.
well,
that,
I did that
all that
today,
stuff.
so we're good. And the audio should be
I feel
fixed.
like,
So I don't want
I feel like today
I don't
we
want to
have a
get
good-
any text about my audio this week.
You won't. If what you're saying is correct,
I'm
then you won't.
talking right now, and it's hovering between 20 and 15 decibels. We're good.
That's all I wanted.
Negative whatever.
That's all I wanted.
Okay.
So I guess we're good. Take us out, and then the people are gonna see my new ending that I made.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. As always, we appreciate you, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.